Okay, my extremely interesting friends who are interested and interesting because they are interested in reality, and this is reality. And what is reality? Well, it's strange. Now, I discovered mud fossils 10 years ago, let's say, and I understand it's nucleophilic substitution of biology in wet, muddy, salty, long duration floods. And they got under the mud, and then it sealed it. And then instead of all of the biological processes moving back and forth, chemistry, because that's all it does in your body, continuously moving chemistry. Once you die, no more moving the chemistry. So everything has to stabilize. When it's encapsulated in the mud, all the minerals in there that say, hey, I can go find somebody that I can live with. And they go in and they substitute. They go in, and it's called nucleophilic substitution. Primarily, it's silicates. But there's a lot, blood, you see all this red and black, that's blood. Red is the hematite, and the black is the magnetite. And all it is two different variations of the oxides in the blood, Fe2O2 and Fe2O3. And O3 is the red blood. Now, this is a new species, as far as I'm concerned. These are NOTOES. Well, when I say a new species, it looks like they're humans. They look damn near human. I know there's DNA in here. I don't know what to do about this. I'm a little hesitant to do anything about it as far as the DNA goes. But I did have my other ones tested for DNA, and they were human. And some of them were giants. And at any rate, that was a while back, and it was so contested and it was so upsetting to everybody that I just sort of put up videos and just let it fester. And now it's festered and it's boiling, and everybody's looking into this now, finally. So what does this mean? These were creatures there that had no toes. This is not a shoe. These are like this. You see that? There's one that the toes have eroded enough where you can see them. This is from a friend of mine, Tish Egerton. These are her feet. And she just sent me, I just got them in. I have them in the microscope right now. I was going to do all the research myself and then post a couple of little this. And as I said, what the hell? I'll just have everybody watch me do the whole thing. Why not? I'm going to be looking at it anyway. I got it up here in a microscope. You see this here? Let me show you something. This is a foot, and it's eroded so nicely we can see inside there's springs. You see that ball? That's what they call a calcaneus, the heel bone, really. And that strap runs up just like here. This is the other side. This is like the foot that would be up against it this way. So take this and lay it here. Okay. Now, what we're seeing is that strap would have run up to a bone that would come down to here. Here we have springs. In us, we have tendons. All right. Now we're going to look into this very, very deeply. And we're going to put it in a microscope, and we're going to do look at a little chemistry and this and that, and see what we find. This is going to be a very long investigation, because this is our history. This is our ancient past. And when you see this little split here, see here? You see the one missing over here? That's where you have a tibia and you have a fibia. The tibia is the big bone, comes down in the center, it holds all your weight. The fibia on the side, they just fall right off because they're really not anchored. This has, I'll show you when you see it. Well, here it is right here. Hold on a second. Why should I hesitate? Here it is. That's the foot right there. Now, I'm going to show you in a little bit of, you could see where the bone was. That's where the big bone was. The little one lays on the side. Now, this could have the springs in here too, because I see it has a very similar look. See those little curved things? I don't know. But this is exactly the same pattern that a human has in the blood here. And the toes are inside here. That is not a shoe. It's not a shoe. And there's the arch in the bottom. And these are where the bumps are, where it hits. And I'll show you the ones in the other one. It is exactly the same. You can see where the bumps hit. You can see where the tendons. I can show you exactly how this rolls up. And there is tabs in here. There's actual tabs and straps running around here. Somebody built this. There's bumpers. There's gaps for this thing to twist up and to pull in through. Very, very, very well engineered. And we're going to be looking at it up here in the microscope. Now, you see here, anytime you see these little round balls here, don't get all excited. That's just, I have these magnets that are like this here, little round magnet balls. And you put them underneath here so that I can put them on all different, cradle it in any which way, because they're all oddball. Anyway, that's how I use this to hold them in place. But you'll see those, and just don't worry about them. But this is that heel bone. Now we're going to be looking at it, and they have these little tags and tabs. I'm going to show you in the first original picture she sent me. Hold on. All right. Remember, I know I've gone through this. There's the calcaneus, the heel bone. This is where the little impact spot is. I believe these are little tabs, and there's wires running out of them. It seems to me, this is, again, we're going to go through it. This obviously is some form of a pin with a little circle going around it, and then this comes way up around. Now, follow me through on this. The toes go out this way, and there's really no toes outside, and they're just sort of lay up against this, I believe. And when it hits the toes, they push up. Now, what would happen? They push up. Well, this pushes up these two things. So it goes, unwinds. Well, that gives it some kind of tension as it unwinds. You see it goes here? It stops right here. And it's got a tab, though, and a wire. It stops here, see? So you step on here, it goes up. That pin, because it's on a pin, it rotates this way. Well, what's going to happen then? It pulls this in. Well, what does that do? It pulls this in. Well, this has a place to go to. You see it? This pulls in, this goes in. Now, when this goes back, this is a bumper. This is, I think it's called gummite. And there's another one of these tabs and another one of these wires, and I think it goes down to this one. Again, we're going to look at deep. But as far as I can see, this is spring-loaded here, and if you step hard enough, it pulls in and pulls this in, so now you got this one in, this one pulls in, you got a double-loaded foot, and it springs back. That's the way I'm seeing it. And this loads it up, and there's a saddle for the bone up at the top so your foot can rock and do all these things. Now, this one here is a little one. This is the one right here. We're going to be looking at it. It's small. This is a human-sized foot. Maybe a little smaller. Well, so about a human size. And she's got other ones that are giants. I have them both, too. I have little ones like this, just like us. And I have giants, and I mean giants. I mean giants.